So, guys, you welcome again to the series of creating a premium branding as a designer. It's a very important thing that you need to know how to do if you want to be relevant as a designer. Yeah, when I say relevant as a designer, mean you want to wake up after 10, 15 years and you want to see your logo in use even after you've passed on. There are a couple of logos done by what's it called? These are our senior and respected designer Porand. You can see a lot of his logos are still in use even after he has passed on. So you also want to create something of such. So for that reason, you need to learn how to create what a premium branding. And I've explained what a premium branding simply means. Don't mistake a premium branding for what a luxury branding. So there's difference between the two. So a luxury brand can be what? Can be a premium brand. I get where I'm coming from now. And also a premium brand can also be what? A luxury brand. Do you get? Hmm. Let's get started. So today we want to talk about books that we are going to read for typography. So I'm going to recommend a series of books with you guys before we commence this session, and that's what we have been doing for the past 3 days now. So for today, we want to talk about books that you need to read about typography, because one of the things that you need to understand very well as a designer that wants to create a premium branding, you have to understand typography very well. You see, typography is the most used part of an identity system. The most used part of an identity system is typography. And it's quite important that if you don't understand the difference between uppercase, lowercase, title case, there might be a problem with how you represent the brand you are working for. If you don't understand the difference between bold, medium, thin, light, if you don't understand the difference between the weight of fonts, it's another problem in representing the brand that you are creating. Do you understand where I'm coming from now? So that's the reason why we also need to read some books about typography. So the very first book that I'm going to recommend for you is Think with Type. This book here, Think with Type. It's a very good book that takes you back to history of typography. Because one of the things that makes you a genius is when you understand the foundation of everything. If you want to start something, if you understand the foundation of that thing, it helps you to understand it more. And that's where this book started from the very foundation of typography. How do we have the typeface that we have today? How do people start writing? What and what brought about this? It takes you through all that. Not only that, he explained the grid system, how to utilize line space, how to utilize what each different type of typography, layout, and how to even design a typeface. The books cover it, like almost everything that you need. Typography as a logo, typography in branding, this book covers it up. Think with Type. It's a very nice book for you to utilize very well while you want to build what a premium what branding. So the next one is Why Font Matter. You see, there's something I can tell you about this book is that the friendly way in which the author wrote the book, that's Sarah, the way she wrote this book is very, very friendly, that you won't know the time that you're going to finish chopping every of the book. And the good thing is that this book points out how crazy typography can be, how typography can tell your nature based on who you are. And by the time you read it, you get to see that, wow, these are actually my characteristics. Like, the book explained the psychology of type with references, with immediate testimony. Like, you don't need anybody to come and tell you that, oh, explain this to me. No, you are the main person that is using as example, irrespective of who you are. So that's how good the book is if it comes to you understanding typography. That is the psychology of type. For you to understand it very well, it's very, very good. Now, there's something that a lot of designers are not paying attention to when it comes to branding. There's a particular type of branding that we are not paying attention to. And most times, especially in Nigeria, when we see designers that are designing that kind of what that are designing that kind of branding, we always mock them like they don't know what they are doing. And what type of branding am I talking about? Country branding, cultural branding. You see, all this type of branding, we don't look at them, and because they are not that common. Do you understand where I'm coming from now? So we don't really know how important it is to understand them. This book helps you to explain the role of typography in country branding or cultural branding, society branding. This book talks about how typography works there. Do you get where I'm coming from? I took a course last year with Kembaba. He's a very well-known typographer that is a lettering artist. And one of the first things that he discussed in that class was how font matter and the peculiarity of font in every country. This book talks about it. You can learn about that under Type Safari in this book. So these are the two books I'm going to recommend for you to understand the utilization of typeface and font as you are preparing to join this coming class. So I believe you are getting ready for it now. So let's meet in the next class where I'm going to recommend to you the book that can help you to become somebody that can create a custom typeface. Yes, a successful custom typeface. Uh, let's meet in the next class. Thank you so much. Don't forget to share this content with your friends. Until then, let's keep creating.